Hello, welcome back to all of you. As from the title you can check, our series is most important question series for JEE Mains 2026. In my first video I discussed electrochemistry chapter only, and the one question which we discussed that was related to Faraday law of electrolysis. In this video we will discuss the questions related to standard cell potentials. So let's start with this question. So if you see this question is asking calculate the standard cell potential of the cell in which following reaction take place, and already reaction has been given in which oxidation and reduction both are going to take place, and reduction potential also has been provided to us. So let's approach this question. If requirement of this question, we have to calculate standard cell potential. The standard cell potential is represented by what? E naught cell. The formula for that is E naught cathode minus E naught anode. So we written E naught cathode and E naught anode. The moment we are writing this, we need to know cathode and anode. At cathode what reaction is going to place, and at anode what reaction is going to take place. So let me explain you by this reaction. The reaction is Fe2 plus is going to react with Ag plus. Fe2 plus is going to react with what? Silver plus to give Fe3 plus and Ag solid. What? Fe3 plus and Ag solid. What we need to understand this, if we'll talk about Fe2 plus, then it is going to what? Fe3 plus. Fe2 plus is going to convert into Fe3 plus. We can check it. Here oxidation number is +2 and here it is +3, means increase in oxidation number. And increase in oxidation number means what? Oxidation. What? Oxidation. So here we came to know it is about oxidation. And what is the N factor? What is the change of electron? That is of 1, 2 to 3. Let's talk about the upper one. Silver. Silver is Ag plus is going to convert into what? Ag. So if you'll check here, the oxidation number was +1 and here it is 0. So +1 to 0, number is decreasing. So decreasing means what we can conclude? It is reduction. So that is the basics thing that we need to know. And if we'll talk about N factor, so N factor will be how much? Here also it is 1 only. After reporting this, now we came to know iron 2 plus is going to convert into Fe3 plus, that is a oxidation part, and silver plus is going to convert into Ag, that is a reduction part. So I can write E naught cathode. Already we know on cathode always reduction will take place. So the trick which I will prefer to remember, CR आओ. So just like that कि आपकी क्लास में कोई क्लास रिप्रेजेंटेटिव है और आप उसको बुला रहे हो, तो आप बोल रहे हो क्लास रिप्रेजेंटेटिव आओ. तो C मीन्स क्या हुआ? कैथोड. R मीन्स क्या हुआ आपका? रिडक्शन. A means what? A means what? Anode. O means what? Oxidation. So many mnemonic technique is there, but I follow this CR out. So cathode, reduction, anode, oxidation. If that is the case, so cathode reduction is going to take place. So cathode is what? Silver plus. So what I can write? E naught. Let me write E naught Ag plus Ag minus E naught anode. On anode what will happen? On anode what is going to happen? On anode oxidation. So oxidation part is what? Oxidation part is Fe2 plus to Fe3 plus. So one thing you need to know, whenever we are writing this formula, cathode reduction, anode oxidation, there is no problem, but we have to write always this in terms of SRP, standard reduction potential. So if that is the case, so I can write Fe3 plus is going to convert into what? Fe2 plus. So be aware, I told both of these values we have to report in SRP. That only generally student used to do the mistake. So after getting this information, so let's check. Now if you see the questions, E naught Ag plus to Ag, already in question they have provided. You can check Ag plus to Ag, how much volt? They have told X volt. So let me write, let write X volt minus. Now examiner is asking Fe3 plus to Fe2 plus, what is the potential, standard potential. So you can check here 2 to 0 given Y volt, here 3 to 1 given Z volt, sorry 3 to 0 it is given Z volt, but our requirement is what? 3 to 2. So neither here 3 to 2, neither here 3 to 2 has been given, मतलब हमें दिया नहीं है. तो अगर हमें नहीं दिया है तो हमें ये वैल्यूज अभी नहीं पता है, we don't know right now. So that is the only our main aim in this question. This part only we have to calculate. For this I will take the help of Latimer diagram. Latimer diagram is not a very big deal, it's easy only. So let's check what is this Latimer diagram which will help you to understand. So Latimer diagram if I want to write, so I can write, you can check it. It's very easy. Just focus it. Fe3 plus. First Fe3 plus will convert into Fe2 plus. And what is the number of exchange of electron? 1 only. And Fe2 plus, when it is going to convert into Fe solid, it is Fe what? Fe solid. Again, how much exchange of electron? Here it is 2. And if we'll talk about this full part, Fe3 plus to Fe, that will be N3 and I written 3, means 3 to what? Here it is oxidation number is plus 3 and here it is 0. So exchange is 3 only. So this part we have written. Now one thing you need to know, EMF of the cell, we cannot add the EMF of the cell. मतलब अगर आपके पास 2 वोल्ट की बैटरी और दूसरी भी 2 वोल्ट की बैटरी है, तो ऐसा नहीं कि आप दोनों को जोड़ दोगे तो बोल दोगे 4 वोल्ट की बैटरी होगी, तो हम वोल्टेज को कभी ऐड नहीं कर सकते. इसको आप सिंपल एग्जांपल से समझ सकते हो. सपोज आप किसी रूम में प्रेजेंट हो, उस रूम का टेम्परेचर है 30 डिग्री सेल्सियस और बगल वाले रूम का टेम्परेचर है 50. दोनों को ऐड कर दो तो इसका, इफ दोनों रूम को ऐड कर दो मीन्स उसके जो बीच की दीवार है उसको हटा दो, तो ऐसा थोड़ी होगा कि 50 और 30 ऐड करके बोल दोगे कि 80 डिग्री सेल्सियस टेम्परेचर हो गया. हम ऐड नहीं कर सकते. अब यहाँ टॉपिक आता है एक्सटेंसिव प्रॉपर्टी और इंटेंसिव प्रॉपर्टी. तो जो हमारा ईएमएफ ऑफ सेल है वो कैसा प्रॉपर्टी है? नॉट एडिटिव. हम उसको ऐड नहीं कर सकते हैं. तो इफ वी कैन नॉट ऐड, सो व्हाट वी कैन डू, वी विल यूटिलाइज चेंज इन गिव्स फ्री एनर्जी. चेंज इन गिव्स फ्री एनर्जी वी कैन ऐड. सो आई एम राइटिंग डेल्टा G3 will be equal to delta G1 plus delta G2. Abhi you will be confused. What is this delta G3? Delta G3 is nothing. When Fe3 plus is going to convert into Fe solid, at that time change in gives free energy. Delta G1 means when Fe3 plus converting into Fe2 plus, that is delta G1. And when Fe2 plus is going to convert into Fe solid, that is delta G2. Already we know the formula. Delta G3 is equal to what? Minus NF E naught cell. So that will be N3. And E cell I am writing here E3. Here also what? Minus NF E naught 1 minus NF E naught 2. अब what? A little calculation. Remove this minus sign, minus sign, minus sign. Along with that, if you check Faraday, Faraday is a constant, so it will be removed from here, this part, this part, this part. So what I can write directly? N3 E3 naught will be equal to what? N1 E naught 1 plus N2 E naught 2. Up the majority of the question has been done. Up let's check it. N3, when I'm talking about N3, so N3 value is how much? N3 value is 3. So just put down 3. After that E3. E3 means what? When Fe3 plus is going to convert into Fe. So I can write Fe3 plus is going to convert into what? Fe will be equal to N1. N1, if you check it, N1 is what? 1 only. So N1 is 1 multiplied by E naught 1. E naught 1 means what? E naught 1 means when Fe3 plus is going to convert into Fe2 plus. For this SRP value already given, check it. Fe3 plus 2, this one, how much volt? Z volt. So E naught 1, what we can write? E naught 1 we can write E naught Fe3 plus slash Fe2 plus plus. What is N2? What is N2? Question is, N2 is nothing, 2. So I can write 2 multiply by E naught. N2 means what? It is going from Fe2 plus to Fe solid. So I can write Fe2 plus 2 Fe solid. Now our question is done. Nothing we have to worry. Now we have to just put the value 3. 3 multiply by Fe3 plus 2 Fe. Just check it. Fe3 plus 2 Fe how much? Fe3 plus 2 Fe how much? Z volt. So just write down the Z. So I'm going to write Z volt will be equal to 1 into E naught. That only we have to calculate. E naught Fe3 plus slash Fe2 plus what? 2. 2 into, just check it. Fe2 plus 2 Fe how much? Fe2 plus 2 Fe how much? Y volt already given. So just write down Y. So I have written Y. So what I got finally? E naught Fe3 plus slash Fe2 plus what I got? 3Z minus 2Y. So after this much of hard work, we got 3Z minus 2Y. So this is the one part which was the requirement. The moment I came to know 3 plus 2 plus 3Z minus 2Y. So check it. Now I got the answer. Here what I need to write? 3z minus 2y will be equal to what? X minus 3z plus 2y. So if I want to write in the answer format, so x plus 2y minus 3z. So that is your final answer. So it's very important concept. Generally student used to confuse. So again, let me give a brief review. This was a question belongs to standard cell potential. So first we written the formula E naught cathode minus E naught anode. Then afterwards I written the reaction and I identified oxidation part and reduction part, and along with that I calculated N factor. And for that I told you on cathode always reduction and on anode always oxidation. Then I written cathode Ag plus 2Ag and Fe3 plus 2Fe. That is the only key point. You have to always report SRP. Ag plus 2Ag already examiner has given the value x volt. I don't know this value, so that is the only the main aim. For that, Latimer diagram has been drawn. 3 to 2, 1 change. 2 to Fe solid, 2 change. And 3 to 0, 3 change. EMF we cannot add directly, but gives free energy we can add. So delta G3 is equal to delta G1 plus delta G2. Then I put the value and I took minus F common, and then I put the value. Finally, I got this and I just substituted the value. So this was about this question. Thank you so much.